Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm in my kids' rooms and we are going to declutter these rooms. I'm going to handle their messes that they've accumulated over the last couple of months. I'm going to handle their clothes and changing out clothes sizes, that sort of things, and just get this room ready to go. So if you are looking for a good cleaning motivational video, especially one that talks about organizing and decluttering, you are in the right spot. I'm so glad you're here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I hope you enjoy this video. Let's get right into it. Okay, you guys, here is just a couple of seconds of what I'm looking at. This is what I'm working with in this room. So in just general, this room's kind of messy, so I'm going to clean it up first. Um, Anytime that I'm doing a decluttering project, I try to manage my own stress or kind of emotions with the project. I do not like to be around a lot of chaotic stuff. It kind of just kills my vibe. I don't know. I just don't enjoy it. So I definitely try to manage that anytime I'm tackling a decluttering and organizing type project in my home. So that's what I'm going to do here. First off, I'm going to clean this room before I pull out anything that I'm going to declutter and organize and just do the heavy lifting of this project today. So first off, my recommendation when you're thinking about decluttering and organizing is always to start with a clean space. So that's not always a deep clean for me. You guys know I love a good tidying. So sometimes it's just a surface clean, and that's what I'm doing in here today. I'm not doing the bedding, I'm not washing it or anything like that. I'm just going to make the beds that are in this room, clean up the toys, remove any trash and dirty clothes out of here, and then vacuum the floor. And then that's going to be good enough for me for this project. I'm not going to do deep cleaning today, just make the room feel good and clean before I pull out all of the chaos of the closet and get started on organizing and decluttering. Okay, I'm just wrapping up cleaning this space. I'm going to go ahead and dust the dressers off because I haven't done this recently. It's been a chaotic couple of weeks in our home, and I think if you're a mom of little kids or of school-age kids, you know what I'm talking about. Just the end of school cram of all the activities coming to an end and classroom parties and just all the things. So we have been just going and going. So I have not done a lot of bedroom cleans lately. So when I was in here working on this room, I figured out really quick that it's pretty dusty. And even though I wanted to do a quick tidy, I'm going to have to take a couple minutes and just dust the furniture too. So here I am just dusting the dressers in this room. And, I don't really want to do this at this point because I'm trying to get just to the decluttering aspect, but it does make the room smell really good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish vacuuming this room, and you can see the like party streamers behind me. Those are birthday decor, like decorations from my son's birthday, which was a few weeks ago. And I was hoping he would let me like take them down. Maybe he was tired of them. But he asked me multiple times over the last couple days, please, Mom, can I keep them up a little bit longer? So although I'm ready to get them taken down and not have to walk through party streamers every time I come through this room, they are still bringing him so much joy, and they are having just so much fun running through them and playing with them. They will stay up for a little bit longer, we can go ahead and place bets right now on how long these party streamers are going to be up in my house past this kiddo's birthdays. So right now, I think we're sitting at about 3 weeks. So y'all stay tuned. If you keep seeing on my videos, you know that I am just a big pushover, and my kid has talked me into keeping these party streamers up on the door for even longer. Okay, y'all, I'm going to finish vacuuming up here, and then I'm going to go ahead and start decluttering. Okay, in this particular room, this is my younger son's bedroom, and I try to keep boy clothes longer and let them go through multiple children before I get rid of them. So I don't ever have a super great method on storing clothes that are just between my sons. My older son has grown out, but my younger son's not quite ready to get in yet. But I do try my best to hold on to them just in an effort to, I don't know, not overconsume, clothing items and that sort of thing. But now, like, it's leaving me with kind of a big chore today to get through this. Because over the last probably 2 years, when items are getting outgrown, I've just been setting them at the top of this closet. And I don't know, maybe if I addressed it better when they were getting grown out of, like, the items, I wouldn't have this big mess now. But I'm just going to go ahead and take everything out of the top of this closet. I don't really know what I'm getting into at this point, what all is up here, but I just know the majority of it is little boy clothes that my older son has outgrown, and I need to see if either of my two younger sons can wear any of these items. And so I don't know at this point if it's sectioned off, but later on, as I go through this, I do realize that I'd already kind of partitioned some things off in sizes, which, praise for that. I'm so glad that I did do some of that. But in an ideal world, if I was a little bit more of a Pinterest mom and, I don't know, just maybe took more time to do this kind of thing, I would definitely use more of these clear totes. I have one of them, but I wish that I had done more of them and had organized items better, as the kids were growing out of them. But you just do the best you can in the space you have with the time you have, and sometimes with the headspace you're in. And so I'm not always the best at organizing as I go, just because, I'm busy. And if that's you, maybe give yourself a break on that. Don't be too hard on yourself. I try to not be too hard on myself about that. So anyways, I'm going to kind of clean up the mess that I feel like I created with not having good systems in here for clothes management. And so right now I'm just going through each bag and I'm seeing what will work. And so I'm evaluating things first on size, like, who will this fit? Do I need to restore this? Do one of my kiddos wear this size now? So I'm looking at sizes first, and then I'm looking at condition of clothing. Because honestly, I just have too much and I don't have enough storage to keep stuff that's already pretty much worn out. So if it's already in pretty good play condition, I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm not going to try to squeeze it into the drawers that I have because there's just no room. And so that's my process. I'm checking sizes first, then I'm checking condition, and then I'm just kind of seeing, will this kiddo wear this? Because sometimes, kids have different preferences. The son who's going to be taking over most of these clothes right now, he really likes athletic wear. And so I know a lot of these like khaki pants and stuff, he's just not going to wear. He would rather be in like athletic shorts and that sort of thing. So I'm going to keep some of them for like things like church or if we have family pictures. And then I'm going to get rid of a lot of them. So I'm only going to keep 2 pairs of khaki pants and then get rid of the rest. And then I did find a bag that is the size that my son is going into now, which is so nice. And so I'm doing that right now. I'm going through his drawer and I'm taking out his old stuff to make room for the new stuff. So this kiddo is moving from a 2T to a 3T. So I'm taking all the 2T stuff out and putting all the 3T stuff in. And at this point, I definitely have more like things than I do have storage space. So I'm trying to make good decisions on what can stay and what needs to go. And I don't often list stuff on like Facebook to sell it. But I think at this point I have so much of tutti. I'm going to try to do some selling of like some of the clothes just because I don't really have anybody close to us that I can just give this to. So if I have friends that are in a size that we're just outgrowing, I try to just pass them along. It is so much easier than trying to sell stuff. But this stuff I am going to try to do like a tutti bundle and get it just out of our home. And if that doesn't work, then I will check around to see if I have anybody and then maybe just drop it off at our local Goodwill. Okay, I'm going to continue going through all of these clothes and hopefully make it to the end. I do like to try to give myself a limited amount of time when I'm doing these kind of declutter projects, just because I don't want to be stuck in here all day. So this particular project, I gave myself about 30 minutes. Now I'm not holding myself to it like really strict, but I think just in your mind, having an endpoint is so helpful sometimes when you're doing something you don't really want to be doing. So I do that trick a lot when I'm cleaning. And sometimes just like when I'm working out or doing something else that I don't really want to do, I just think, okay, I'm going to give myself 30 minutes to try to accomplish this. And it's a good mental trick for me. I don't know. My brain always falls for it. So I'm going to continue organizing clothes. And then at this point, I will put the clothes that are either of my son's sizes just in their drawers now. And then later on a different day, I'm going to go ahead and go through both of these dressers just at my own pace and try to make sure that nothing is in them that is not their current size, just because they're really full right now. And I've noticed, especially with little kids, if you have their drawers too full, they kind of break the dresser, which one of these dressers is definitely broken because of trying to slam the drawer. And then they just cannot keep it organized, which I'm that way too. If my drawers are over full in my room, in my dresser, I struggle with that too. So if I struggle with something, I just assume that a little kid would struggle with it too. And so I try to set them up for success. And one way I do that is keeping their dressers not too overcrowded with too many clothes. Okay, I also wanted just to share the method that I use when I'm decluttering. Pretty much any space, I use this same method, but especially when I'm dealing with clothes, is I like to have laundry baskets just because they are easy, and I already have them and I don't have to like plan anything extra. And I have a laundry basket of things that I'm going to keep and a laundry basket of things that I'm going to either throw away or give away or sell, whatever needs to happen with the item. But I just have a place that I can just drop something. So I have kind of a keep and a go place. And I think that that makes it so much easier as you're going. I'm carrying out my baskets now. I have them separated. And so I kept what I'm going to try to sell on Facebook in a bag. And then I kept what I'm going to be throwing away because it's just worn out in a basket. And then some of the stuff I'm going to keep and I'm just going to put in the laundry. But that's the method that I like to use. And so these are some of my favorite tips that I try to keep in mind anytime I'm doing a declutter and an organize. And I hope they've been helpful to you. If you have some good tips, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I love to hear what other people do when they are cleaning and organizing. And so just share your wisdom if you have some. Leave me a comment below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great one, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.